Hey, beautiful people of the internet, how are you guys doing today? Hopefully great, and welcome to 5 best items to get from the Plague Star event. So if you guys didn't know, the Plague Star had come out last night, South African time of course, along with Nidus Prime. Now, during this time of this video, you guys can either go and get yourself Nidus Prime or go after the Plague Star. The choice is yours. However, I do recommend that you guys go after the Plague Star just because you'll be setting yourself up for literal success just because of all the things that you guys can get. But before I can continue with the video any further, let's quickly talk about some merch. I have an online merch store. Guys, we're selling caps, hoodies, t-shirts, and a whole bunch of extra stuff. If you would like to support me or the channel any further, go and buy some merch, and don't forget to tag me on my personal Instagram account at OneManArmyYigit or at OneManArmyYigit_merch, and we'll definitely do some shouts. And remember to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. And without further ado, let's get this list on the road. Coming in at our number 1 spot, we have Exodia Contagion. Not only is this a more powerful arcane, but also it is a very expensive one as well. The reason why it's so expensive is because you can only get from the Plague Star event, which like comes every once in a blue moon. Who knows when it comes out. And also it's very powerful. What happens is you jump up in the air and you start swinging your melee weapon. A projectile that has innate viral will hit the enemies in an AoE type of area. And you guys know viral is the most powerful element in the entire game. And if you guys use Exodia Contagion correctly along with your Warframe's utilization, you can deal some crazy damage. So go and pick this up, get yourself as many sets as possible, because I guarantee you that 3 or 4 months later the Arcane's price will skyrocket because of its popularity. This Arcane is also really good for the Scarlet Spear event, so we might actually see that sometime in the near future, and trust me, you'll definitely be needing it. So get yourself a couple sets, one for yourself and one to sell, and you'll be golden. Now, this is a bit of a side note. I'm not really going to involve it in the list. I'm not going to give it its own list because they both are arcanes, but I recommend get yourself like 1 or 2 sets of Exodia Contagion, or sorry, Exodia Epidemic, just because of the fact that melee weapons, the way that we use melee weapons are changing all the time, and you never know, this arcane right here may be pretty useful in the long run. I've seen stuff like this happen all the time throughout Warframe's history. Coming in at our number 2 spot, we have Sacrifice. This is probably one of the best Sentinel mods that you guys can get, if not the best one, just because of how it works. Now, get yourself a couple of these because I don't see this mod being cheap after this event has been over, and it has been a long time. So basically what happens is your Sentinel will revive you if you guys get downed, and you'll be getting up with 100% of your health. However, the only drawback is that your Sentinel does kill themselves or does self-destruct, but there is a workaway around it, and you can just continuously just reap the benefits of this mod. If you guys would like to know those benefits or the way around it, I'll leave a link down in the description to one of my videos on how to use this mod the way I claim to be, and I'll leave that particular video to you guys at the top right. It's a build for Helios Prime, however you can't take advantage of the stat stick, unfortunately. Coming in at our number 3 spot, we have is the Plague Creep Path. So you want to do is just scroll down. For some strange reason, the Plains of Eidolon or Cetus is lagging quite a bit, so I'm having a bit of performance issues. I believe it's because of this event or anything, who knows. But on our number 3 spot, we have the Plague Creep Path head, or the blueprint. This is a Zor part, and this is probably one of the best Zors in the entire game if you guys add the right parts to it. It has innate viral, and the best part is if you combine this head with the Zors that the Cetus itself offers before this event, you can basically have a Zor that has high crit and high status all in one. Perfect for any condition overload based build. And let me tell you, Blood Rush, Condition Overload, there's still reliable perks. There's still very good mods to use. And yeah, so moving on to our number 4 spot. Now before I mention the spot itself or the item itself, you guys are probably wondering, no, why did he put this one here? It should have been top on the list. That is true, but at the same time, you know, I don't think it's that relevant. And also remember, this is just a list. I'm not saying that X is better than Y or Y is better than Z. This is just a list of things that I feel that you guys should go and get first, or only focus on. And that is Forma. Forma is something that is very important to Warframe, and it caters to those who want to min-max their build, and nothing wrong with that. And this is a very good opportunity to go and get yourself build Forma. Outside of this event, the only way to get yourself build Forma is to hope and pray to the Warframe gods that you guys get yourself that rare chest, or that, you know, get yourself lure get yourself to lure and do all the lure secrets. You could get yourself a build Forma, but that's like 1 in like a million chances of that happening. Coming in at our number 5 spot, we have resources, and I'm talking about, you know, the Cetus Wisp, the Radio Centrum, the Heart Knight, the Mercury Liver, the Norg Brain, and the Cthulhu Tendrils. Now, I recommend that you guys also try and get this because if you guys are a completionist and you would like to try and do the Zors next, or try and do the Plains of Eidolon weapons, you're going to be needing all of these resources: Cetus Wisps, Radio Centrum, Cthulhu, all of it. And the best way to get it efficiently would be through the Plague Star, because try and get some of these blueprints, especially the Cetus Wisp. Cetus Wisp is on its own league, but the way to get the rest of these blueprints, you have to either catch a certain fish or at a certain time try and get, you know, try and find this vein with this color and hope and pray that you get your mining correctly. It's a huge hassle. So rather just go to this event, start farming, get yourself a lot of standing, and then, you know, just buy them. Because when you get the parts to try and get the Radio Centrum, you then have to go and buy a blueprint to go and build it. So, you know, it's quite a grind, and by you doing this, you're basically going to be minimizing the grind by a landslide. Now, a quick advice before I end off the video here is, I know I've listed quite a few things: get a lot of this, get a lot of this, get a lot of this, and I do know that, but at the same time, let me tell you guys what's a good system. A good system would be is get yourself to rank 3 and then get yourself like maybe 10-20,000 and then go and cash it in. Because then what you can do is you can go and say, okay, I'm gonna go buy 2 Cetus Wisps, 2 Sacrifices, and 1 Exodia Contagion. You can just do it like that, you know, like have like a bit of a system to try and get, or you guys can just grind for it for a straight month, and the very last day just buy everything you want in large quantities. It's entirely up to you guys. Do it however you wish, but trust me, all the stuff is worth it. And you know, if you guys want to get yourself the new weapon, the Ghoul Sword, you can do it from this event as well. Here's the main recipe, and then, you know, here are the parts. Shouldn't be too crazy. And yeah, and also here's the stance for it, the Butcher's Rivalry, but that's about it. Or yeah, Revelry. But that's about it when it comes to like new items in this event. Overall, I think this is a great event. I played it many times, and yeah. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I have for today's video. If you guys have liked the video or it's helped you in any way or form, remember to leave a like, and don't forget to spot and click the subscribe button for more Warframe videos. I'ma make like a banana and split.